Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate, with every one of these playoffs.
Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Here's Brown again. We'll cobble together a yard there. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Now Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass complete to Campbell. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got to... The ball's out! The ball's out! He lost it! Packers pick it up! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Love from the gun. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Josh Sweat making the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Packers send out their punting unit. Back deep for the Eagles is Isaiah Rodgers. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Throwing from near his own goal line. That one's complete, right side. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Hurts now from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Short side option here. He's running left. Moving on into the red zone. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Caught near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
This is ahead for about 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Love. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. To the air with Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Cut by Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Love to throw again. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Love looking to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. On 1st down, Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Into the hands of Campbell. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now lead by 10. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Ball at the 33 for first down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Zach Bond with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Going run again with Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Love from the gun. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Love now to throw. Rolling left, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. Isaiah Rogers deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles need some big yards in a hurry. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Campbell hauls it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Back to throw, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Offense to the line for second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Another try following the sack. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Packers into a nickel defense, third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throwing for Hurts. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they take him down right along the 30. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Hurts throwing again. Bails out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable fourth down if you don't get the first.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers matching up with the Detroit Lions. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He spins, avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll try it right with Brown. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
This finds Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, that fooled me. He had it online. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
The Packers all set to get back out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This finds Dobbs. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers start the second half with some needed points. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They just saw their lead cut in half, but they've got a chance to return it right now to its former glory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. That pass caught by Dotson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the pistol, Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 47, he's got Smith. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 32. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's an option play right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Hurts. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Good run, gets them 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They stick with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Putting a receiver in motion. From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. No return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running right, here's Jacobs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Packers start with it trailing. Their postseason in jeopardy. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To the air with Love. Getting out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now within 1 score in the 4th. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Smith on the return. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Into the hands of Campbell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Jacobs running behind center. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10. Here's Love. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Sending the tight end in motion left. Brown on the carry. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back now, pressure on its way. Taken in by Dobbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training center. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles leading by 7. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Running back sent in motion left. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They kneel it out, and that's it. They're going to be playing in the NFC Championship game.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.